Welcome back to the GAC Group 2015 ITTF World Tour Qatar Open, part of the Super Series here in Doha, Qatar. I'm Adam Bobrow, and I'm going to be commentating the women's singles finals, where Ying of Germany is going to be playing Elizabeta Samara of Romania.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Germany, Ying.
Ying, the defensive player.
Please welcome from Romania, Elizabeta Samara.
Elizabeta Samara, world rank number 20.
The umpire from Korea is Lee.
Our head umpire from Korea.
Assistant umpire from Russia is Igor.
And our assistant umpire.
It is the women's singles final. It is Ying versus Elizabeta Samara. It is the GAC Group ITTF World Tour Qatar Open 2015.
So this is the second time that these two have played each other. Last time was in 2013 at the European Championships. Second time in a Pro Tour, of course. The result was that Ying won 3-0, but it was here in the finals as well. So, a little over a year since that match has happened. You saw the semifinals earlier. Samara using the loop from both sides, very strong near the table. Ying with the short pips on the backhand side of the racket, chopping and punching, attacking flat with the backhand. Also bringing her fishing shot into the game later in the match against Feng Tianwei. Was down 8-10 in the 7th and scored 4 points in a row to win the match and continue her trend of not losing to Feng Tianwei. 3-0 Ying, the winner of the 2014 Korea Open. But out here, it's been a tough road, tough battle. Ying has beaten many players to be here today. They had 67 women entered in the women's events today and this week at the Qatar Open. Ying took out Tiana from Hong Kong in the opening round of the main draw, who you saw play just now in doubles women's champions. Following that, she beat Yang Shaoxin, the strong player from Monaco, up-and-comer with long pips on the backhand. Following that, Zhang Huajun, doubles partner of Tiana. That was a 4-1 victory. And then beating Feng Tianwei in the semifinals. On the other side, Elizabeta Samara. Elizabeta Samara beat Dora Madaraz from Hungary in the main draw, first round. Second round, Li Yichen, 4-0. But in the first round, the main draw, it was 4-3. There's Lee Soon-ju, head umpire. He's the head of all umpires in the Kuwait Open. There's Filimon Vioro, coach of the Romanian team, father of Andrei Filimon, top player from Romania for many years. Igor Borodovchenko from Russia. Elizabeta Samara took down Wu Jiaduo under the coaching of Coach Shep from Germany, the former defensive player, coaching her current defensive player. And then after beating Wu Jiaduo, it was a 4-1 victory over Yang Haun for Elizabeta Samara to be here. So as far as close matches go, Ying might be a little bit more worn out than Elizabeta Samara, playing more games in the semis.
Ying versus Samara Elizabeth. First game, Samara to serve, love all.
This is a best of 7 finals. Elizabeta to start, love all. And a crushing flat hit deep to the backhand. A little bit of leftover side spin left on the ball as it's touched, and then kicks out to the side. Ying not able to reach it. Big inside out forehand, wide to the forehand side. Samara taking the first 2 points. And a backhand punch, nonchalant, no problem. A walk in the park for Han Ying. Just steps in and flat hits it away with those short pips. It's like the 1-inch punch of Bruce Lee. And the first retrieval wide to the forehand. On 1 foot, Han Ying bringing it back, trying to put a little more pace on the next ball. Too good, the inside-out forehand again. Samara's signature. When you've got the space at the table, defender gets really far. That shot is just crazy. Wide angle off the side of the table. Fast long serve to start it off, but Han Ying takes the point. Han Ying had a slow start against Feng Tianwei in the semifinals, losing the first 2 games. And the power shot to the backhand. Comes in a little bit high. And goes just long.
5-3.
Coach Philemon watching closely, taking it all in. And a little leftover side spin on the ball again. The touch shot from Samara going wide. Choppers you'll often see, or occasionally anyway, add a little side spin on the receive.
5-4.
Service receive, sometimes fast and wide, but here Samara's a lefty. And the short ball up near the net. Han not able to reach for the flat hit. She gets there just a second late, and it's a far extension. Because the points are much shorter, for some reason it feels like Han Ying is losing by a lot, but it's a 1-point game right now. Han Ying could tie it up right here. And right from the point of contact, you can see Han Ying gets it a little bit too closed on the face. Lucky break off the top of the net, and the ball dribbles for 2 bounces behind the net. And there it is, the huge forehand crush shot from in near the net. We saw the strongest loop from the forehand side we've seen in this match from Han Ying. But the finishing shot left just a little too high, and she's back in at the table. Another ball that hits the top of the net and comes back over this time. A lot of fortune for Samara this game. And one grunt after another. Shots keep getting wider and wider, and Samara goes up 4 game points, 10-6 over Han Ying in the first game in a best-of-7 finals. It's a flat backhand shot from off the table, does not make it. Samara takes game one 11-6 over Han Ying, and we'll be back with game two just after this break.
Iar când ea atacă, să ai pregătită și numai cu mingea pe masă, atât îi faci. Nu trebuie să dau tare.
Second game, Han Ying to serve, love all.
And we're back for game two, where Han Ying is going to start with the serve, down 0-1. And that's the fishing we saw introduced more in game three from Han Ying against Feng Tianwei. Forcing the opponent to have a little bit more difficult shot farther from the net. And it's working out splendidly so far. Han Ying keeping it low and deep on the table. Not just a more difficult shot, as Samara is used to playing topspin players, but also spin variation, not letting her opponent get into the rhythm too much, looping chops. And that is an outstanding point defensively. The attacker is on the defense, lobbing, fishing, and kicking the ball. Han Ying had a few good looks near the net. With the ball kicking, you can see all the topspin, making it jump way back away from the net. One of the most necessary ingredients on a lob, that topspin. You can see the frustration, the reaction of Han Ying. Hand on hip, deep in thought. She says, okay, ready for next point. Still tied up in game two.
3-2.
Outright service point, misread by Samara. Han Ying still working in the forehand topspin shots. She got the first 2 points of the match. Fishing, keeping it deep on the table. Something uncomfortable there about the contact. Han Ying almost looked like she couldn't decide if she wanted to chop or not until the last moment. And a deceptively heavy chop. Almost looked like a no spin, just lightly touched the ball. Short stroke for a forehand chop. Probably what deceives Samara with all that heavy underspin. Service warning. Height of the toss, possibly. Deep top spin again from Han Ying. It's a little trouble. Samara having to rush the shot as it jumps out. Deep chop into the backhand corner. Samara running around the corner. She's played this shot successfully many times, hitting it way wide. You can see Han Ying covering the wide forehand just in case. And that's a tough way to win against a chop. A backhand loop, but not only a backhand loop, to the short side of the table for the kill. I mean, that had some pace on it. Tongue was out before the shot, retracted right after. And in the push rally close to the table, there's some self-coaching going on from Han. Too quick, Samara right off the bounce, not allowing any time for resetting from the defender. Good tactic against any player, let alone a defensive player, although with a backspin shot, it's going to stay a little closer to the net. And with the topspin, it's going to jump out. Samara's got to be about 50-50 right now. Those topspin shots. Han Ying checking to make sure the ball not broken. But it is. They're going to take a new ball. Hit a shot or two to make sure it's fine. And Han Ying has the lead 8 points to 5. Down 0-1 in games. And this time it's the backhand that makes it. She goes for the more conservative cross-court backhand. But it's the off the bounce with the topspin that bothers the forehand of Samara. Han, a bit disappointed she's losing so many of the pushing rallies close to the table. And a strong serve from Samara to earn that high ball, takes it to the short side of the table. And kicking, still some side spin left over. Very difficult shot. Again, the power of Samara right into the body. You could see Han Ying stuck, not knowing which way to go, forehand or backhand. It was like a triple fake. Both ways. And now it's a 1-point game. And the floating chop goes long. That's 4 in a row for Samara. From down 5-9, it's now tied at 9 points each in game 2. And that's the most topspin that Samara's had to face in a row from Han Ying. A good 3 or 4 shots from the forehand side, and then finally brings it back to the backhand. It's nice and high. And Han's chop floats long. Beautiful shot off the bounce, inside out, and that's 5 in a row. The streak continues. Samara up 10-9. Look at this shot. Inside out, way wide, bending. Again, Samara's signature right there. Inside out forehand now has game point from what looked to be a game lost. And a huge recovery to get back in that point after some high balls came back. Han Ying, world-class defender, not for nothing. Look at that ball floating, a bit of side spin, difficult to read for Samara. Goes for the flat hit, and now it's deuce. Another one off the top of the net, staying close. Third one this game, I believe. Definitely this match. And played to the short side of the table for success. It is 12-10. Samara takes the game away after being down 5-9 and goes up 2-0 against Han Ying. Game 3 back just after this break.
So the second game goes the way of Elizabeta Samara. She takes the second game 12-10, having secured the first 11-6. Leads by 2 games to 0.
Third game, Samara to serve, love all.
And we're back for game 3. Samara pumped after a huge comeback to take game 2 in this best of 7. Game 3, love all. And right down the middle while she's close to the table, Samara taking advantage. Again, combination play. Bring the player back in with the soft shot, and while she's in at the table, drill it deep. And a backhand followed by a forehand attack from the inverted side. Han Ying taking the point to split the first 2. Samara's been known to counter with that backhand. Just missing wide. Looked like there was a bit of side swipe on that ball. Again, the 40+ not curving quite as much. Mostly straight, just the counterattack from Han Ying brought back out wide. And then Samara keeps it in play, but Han Ying opening it up to the other side of the table. Sees Samara stepping around in a quick decision to play it to the short side of the table. Too good again, Samara, one after another. So consistent. And this time a little bit of the luck comes back, but still in the favor of Samara with net balls. Coach Shep from the German team. Too good again, Samara. That was point. Satisfaction fist pump.
4-all.
Samara clearly unhappy, not reading the spin on that ball. Spin shot into the right leg, forcing Han to try and fish it up. Some quick short points again, much like in game 1. Felt close. Backhand punch shot not landing. We've had some outstanding rallies this game. We've also had a lot of short points with frustrated players near the net. Just missing the back edge. Smashing receive from the forehand of Samara as she towels off. The second towel break this game.
Timeout.
And the timeout is called by Germany. Ying will be talking to Coach Shep about how to change up strategy. Fishing shots deep to the backhand corner have not been working. Some of the fans here in the crowd. Qatar Open started in 1994. Been a steady tournament on the Pro Tour and the World Tour for that matter. Both German players speaking in Chinese. The Choppers moved to Germany, pursuing their career in table tennis, continuing. Just too strong. You can see a difference in placement on the fishing shots. Had to wonder if Han Ying was going to be moving it out to the forehand side of the table. Starts playing the middle more, not allowing Samara to take the inside out shot. And then Samara does just that in the first opportunity to the backhand corner, following it up with a wide shot to the backhand. Two good corners. Fist pump in the air, just outstanding play from Samara. Look how wide these are. Off the side of the table and then to the very corner. High risk shots. And with the spin variation, I mean, Han Ying, look at that look. That is the look of somebody who cannot believe how well her opponent is playing. And then again, a cakewalk shot like nothing's on it, just a backhand put away kill from the short pip backhand. Walked in, hey, just another day. Going for the inside out spin shot with the forehand herself, trying to break out Samara wide on the forehand side. I think that's a good shot to take, just didn't land, and it's 4 game points for Samara to go up 3-love. And that is it, 11-6, she's up 3-love. Having never beaten Han Ying in a Pro Tour before, is looking at victory right now, 1 game away. Stay tuned to see if it happens, game 4.
Ce servicii dai și cum îți vine mingea. E bună, dai. Nu e bună, nu dai. Deci, încă o dată, nu mai da la reverul ei. Săcăneală poți să dai. Deci, minge joasă poți să dai. În rest, n-ai voie să dai tare la reverul ei sau să schimbi. Numai așa când o cozi mult acolo. În rest, mijloc forehand, extralateral forehand și pe astea care dai, dă cu mâna din față în burta ei. Nu te grăbi, concentrează-te acolo, da? Până la ultimul punct. Hai. Curaj. Atenție la servicii. Atenție la atacurile ei.
Honey. First game, Han Ying to serve. Love all.
And we're back for game 4. Han Ying has the serve, has already used her timeout, and is down 3 games to love.
One love.
And a miss hit on the forehand side from Samara. Conversation in the corner. Have to imagine there's some pressure for Han Ying to play it out wide to the forehand side. Samara is so strong on the backhand corner.
Love two.
And heavy underspin from the short pip side of the racket. A little tougher to read sometimes.
One, two.
And Samara puts her first point on the board this game. From off the table, the forehand of Han Ying, a little bit more effective fishing, lower percentage shot for the counterattack.
3-1.
It's an angry face right there. Good opportunity to flat hit that ball. Sees the opening on the table. And this time the flat hit goes in deep to the backhand corner. And Han Ying staying a little bit closer on the chops, trying to come in, make sure she's close for any opportunity to put it away.
Two, four.
Off the net and out. Another reason Han doesn't want to be too far from the table. Samara has shown that she can work the corners so well. And that's ground and space that Han's going to have to cover and going to have a lot of trouble doing with the angles Samara's playing.
Three, four.
Again, keeping it close. Samara just trailing by 1 with her second serve to tie it up. Break off the top of the net, has a good look at the next ball, and then ends up looking at her forehand rubber, wondering why she didn't make that shot. That was not even the top of the net, right into the middle of the net. Floating chop with a little side spin from the forehand goes long. Elizabeta hungry for revenge right now. 0-1 against Han Ying.
Five, all.
Push rally, the push goes short. Tied up. Still Han Ying back against the ropes. Down 0 games to 3. Big counter loop from off the table, just long. Samara fighting hard, had a few opportunities to go wide to the forehand and did. Han Ying able to bring him back with chops, but not the last ball on the counter. Heavy chop to the middle of the table, goes into the net, tied up at 6 each. They're crawling forward point by point. Han Ying, definitely a comeback artist, was down 0-2. Barely pulled out the third game against Feng Tianwei. Backhand punch shot. Right now, Han Ying cannot depend on a counterattack from either side, or an attack right now. Ball played soft to the forehand side, trying to use his short pips to punch it. On 1 foot, Han Ying just completely spent at the end of that. Looked like an edge ball possibly, but that is definitely the point of the match. Inside out, bending wide, right back, catches the edge, and that's unfortunate for Han Ying, but that is outstanding play throughout that point. SAMARA hanging tight for that inside out ball. Right off the bounce again. She's leading by 2 late in game 4.
8-7.
Chop a bit heavier than SAMARA expected. Han Ying down, but definitely not out. That is the loudest stomp and the hardest stomp we've seen from Han Ying. Her forehand attack has been getting stronger and stronger, but the second one goes just long. In the last 2 points, she's been successful with her forehand attacks. And the chop goes long. It is 3 championship points for Elizabeta SAMARA of Romania, world rank number 20, to take down world rank number 9, Han Ying of Germany, for the first time in her career. And the heavy chop deep on the table again. It is not over. Han Ying never gives up. 2 match and championship points left for Elizabeta SAMARA. And a huge defensive point, recovering shots deep into the backhand, into the middle. High balls from on the table with SAMARA's power. Just amazing, Han Ying able to stay in the point. And the timeout is called.
Timeout.
Players almost bumping as they cross paths. And the timeout, of course, is to SAMARA. Talking to Coach Philemon. 2 match points gone away. Han Ying 1 point away from deuce in game 4. Looked like there was some talk about the touch shots. Coach Philemon trying to maybe suggest bringing Han Ying back into the table and then hitting a low spinny shot while she's near, not giving her time to set up and react. So right about now, the music would normally, there we go.
10-9.
Championship point again. And that is it, 11-9, a huge victory. Elizabeta SAMARA from Romania takes it in 4 straight games, 11-9 in the 4th, and brings it home, taking out world rank number 9, the upset. Fans in the crowd loving SAMARA right now. Outstanding tournament for Elizabeta SAMARA, not a game lost in the finals. And runner-up Han Ying played well, but not able to make the comeback. What a match, some highlights from this. It'll be outstanding to rewatch. And early in the point, the chop goes long. You can see how much this means to Samara. The fight, the heart. Samara can rest now, relax, go get a massage for a day or two before hitting back up training. March is a big month for ITTF on the Pro Tour with Nigeria, Germany, and Spain. And that is satisfaction. Fist pump, neck forward, and all teeth showing. Elizabeta Samara, the Qatar Open Women's Singles Champion of 2015. Time to tweet the friends. And a thumbs up to the crowd. Qatari fans, French fans, Romanian fans. And a big thumbs up to everyone watching at home from Elizabeta Samara. Practice hard and it can come true. No secret, but hard work. Andre Gacina, Marcos Freitas, the men's doubles champions from the Qatar Open, relaxing in their victory. Stick around because we have the men's singles finals coming up just after this.